How you guys doing today? Welcome to my channel. Today is a collective read. Today is big message, okay? So I ask that you guys come in, take what resonate, leave what doesn't. If it don't resonate, then don't try to make it fit. I ask that you guys come in and hit that like and subscribe button. If you are already a subscriber, please make sure you come in and you hit that like button for your girl. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about God today. Last night Chicago had a wildfire. Yes, we did. Um it was by the forest. Chicago had a wildfire yesterday. Let me say this to y'all. And I have to let y'all know this. If you are not right with God, you better get right with God. And let me make this clear. And I'm talking about God. I'm talking about Yahweh. I am not talking about Yahshua. I am not talking about the man you call Jesus, which is his name, Yahshua. I don't call him Jesus anymore because his real name is Yahshua, and I respect him as Yahshua. But if you are not right with Yahweh, the Creator, the Father, God, you better get right. You better start talking. You better start praying. You better start trying to get his attention in some type of way. Like, don't be fake with it. Don't be phony with it. But literally get to know him on a different level, because God is returning. Let me tell y'all something. Spiritual warfare is real. Now, when the universe shows me something, they show me in different forms, and my third eye has to open up and I piece things together. Back in the 1800s, around slavery time, they were going through war like we are right now. It was spiritual war, but their spiritual war was more in effect of, you had some that was fighting for the slaves to free them, and you had some that was fighting to keep them. The light always outbeat the dark. Okay? That was God answering the slaves' prayers. Okay? That was God answering the slaves' prayers. And the abolitionists won the battle. Around that time, it was sickness going on. A lot of people was catching a serious cough, and they were dying like COVID. Now, before the slaves experienced that, the Jews experienced that, which is the Israelites. The Israelites was also saved by Moses. Moses was chosen by the Most High God to save the Israelites, right? So when Moses was chosen to save the Israelites, God was explaining to him that he had no worry, everything will work out, because God had everything. You know what I'm saying? No need to worry, because when you let go, you let God. God got you. God let him know that. Okay, that's how. And a lot of people didn't believe in God. It's like they heard of him, they prayed to him, but when it come down to God can do certain things, people always like, are you serious? They second guess that. So around that time, God showed up and showed out for the Israelites. He split the water so they can get free and walk through, and it destroyed the enemy. Okay, now we are here. This is not the first time that the world have experienced illness, because again, they experienced it before the 1800s. They experienced it around the 1800s, but it always around spiritual warfare like we're going through now. And back then, God had to show himself, because a lot of people wasn't acknowledging him. They felt like there was no God. Or some of them prayed to him but didn't have no faith in him, didn't believe in all that he could do. And those who follow God always got questioned or made fun of, or people didn't believe. This is what's going on right now. God is showing up. people trying to come up with all these science things of why this is happening. It's happening because people are saying they don't believe in God. And on top of that, everything is in our face to show us who is God. God has his own name. His name is Yahweh. Right? You have some people calling Buddha God. Buddha is not God. He is an ascended master. You have some people calling Yahshua God. Yahshua is not God. He is the Son of God. People are not acknowledging God for who? The Creator. That's what people not doing. And this, a lot of people say, oh, I don't believe in God, but I believe in a higher power. What? Who is the higher power then? God is showing up in different ways. And everybody trying to say that, oh, this is happening, that is happening. Y'all better pay attention to what's really going on here. My Father is showing up, because all this disbelief and all this putting others above him, not giving him the glory, that's why he's showing up the way he's showing up. We just had a whole fire in Hollywood, and people think it's something else. Tornadoes done hit, and people think it's something else. Floods done happen, and people think it's something else. They try to come up with all this science thing. No, this is God stepping up. This is God showing y'all that he is real. That's what's going on right now. And I'm telling you right now, if you are not right with the Most High, you better get right with the Most High. See, this person, I don't know who this is, Tommy Guns, about some wrong. This is what they gonna have to deal with. This is somebody that clearly ain't trying to get right with God. And I'm finna block this person, because they gonna have to deal with God on their own. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? This is someone, this is somebody that trying to come in and distract. No, could be one of Satan's people, because that's what Satan people like to do, come in and distract from me telling y'all what's really good and what's really going on, from me delivering this message. This person just got blocked because this message is serious. If you're not right with God, you better get right with God. I'm telling y'all, because God is showing up. He's here. You understand me? Spiritual warfare is real. We're going through it. It's so much going on out here in this world. The world is not. First of all, let's point this out. There ain't no love in this world. There ain't no love in this world the way that it's supposed to be. People are not protecting old folks. God protects old folks and babies. People are destroying and killing and beating and hurting old folks. No respect for the elderly. No respect for the elderly. You look all over social media, it's cameras all in these places of how they're abusing and how they're mistreating old people. Then you got babies. Babies are dying left and right. They're killing these babies. They're abusing these babies. They're hurting these babies. God is not happy with what's going on out here. He ain't happy. And if you ain't right with God, you better get right with God. See, the only difference is from what we're going through now and what happened then is that freedom was wanted back then, because you had the Israelites, they were slaves, which was the Jews, and then you had the blacks, they were slaves, which was black folks, and they needed to be free, and God freed them. Well, guess what? We need to be free too from our mindsets. A lot of us know better, but we ain't doing better. Clearly, a lot of us know better, but we're not doing better. And God is trying to free us from the way of the world of being wicked right now. He's trying to show us something different. He's trying to get us to open up our mind, our body, our heart, and our spirits to learn the new things, to step into the new, to remove ourselves from people, places, and things that don't serve us. We know better, but we ain't doing better. A lot of us is stuck in poverty and they think it's okay to be stuck there. A lot of us is dealing with abuse, being in broken homes and think it's okay there. A lot of us is raising our children up to think that it's okay to go to jail and think it's okay to tote a gun and think it's okay to shoot somebody or think it's okay to not believe in God, think it's okay to not give God the glory. Like people raising their kids up like that. What God meant for good, people is not even acknowledging the good. Like Christmas. Christmas is supposed to be a thing, a holiday of giving. They don't even acknowledge that anymore. They ripping that from the kids. Kids are innocents. They ripping everything from the kids. No holidays. No nothing. People don't even teach their children about God. People don't even teach their children to give God the glory. This world is not what God had designed it to be. It has become wicked. It's so much hatred in this world. It's so much envy in this world. People ain't even willing to learn from another. Instead of learning from them, they rather hate on them. And hate on why this person got this and why God blessed them with that, because this person did the work. The other person don't want to do the work. So since they don't want to do the work, they want to kill this person and try to take what this person has. That's what they're trying to do. And people think that this is okay. This is never okay. I'm telling y'all, when I say this, we just had a wildfire in Chicago. Okay? There have been floods. There's been tornadoes. There's been fires. God is speaking. I'm not afraid. When I lay here and they was like, oh, it's a fire going on in Chicago, I felt safe. Because my father he got me. But those who running around here that thinking that they're bigger than God, that they don't have any respect or love for God, and they act like he's not the creator, you're going to have to feel his wrath. And if you love him and you believe in him, I'm telling you to actually build a bond with him. I'm not talking about Yahshua. I'm talking about Yahweh. I'm talking about the creator, the Omega. That's who I'm talking about. God, that's who you give the glory to. Yahweh. Because believe me when I say there's only one way, and it's Yahweh. God's way. You understand what I'm saying? He is the creator. And if you ain't right with him, you better get right with him. Okay? And a lot of people need to acknowledge the universe. People they say God is the universe. God is the creator of the universe. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But there are angels. And see, people think that angel numbers and all that don't exist. I'm telling y'all, if you watch readers, if you pay attention to every reader, even the ones that say angel numbers don't exist, they receiving them angel numbers. They calling out the same angel numbers I'm calling out. Because God talking to all of his chosen ones in the same way. Thank you, Spirit Clarification. He's talking to all his chosen ones. See, there's so much distraction going on down here that his chosen ones supposed to come together. But you got some chosen ones that's talking down on others. We ain't supposed to be doing that. I don't talk down on nobody. I ain't trying to judge nobody because I don't have the right to do that. You understand what I'm saying? But you got A lot of people don't go to church because so much judgmental going on in church. People ain't doing right. Let me tell you something. Because people think that because they're a pastor that they can talk down on the next. No, you cannot. People think because the preacher is a preacher and he got a relationship with God, he think that he can talk down on somebody else and judge them. No, you cannot. He don't even understand the moment that he do that, he's sinning. He's sinning. If you say that you chosen by the Most High God and you open up that church and you start pointing at people and judging them for the things that they're doing, that's a disappointment to God. God told you to preach the word. He told you do not judge. Good morning. I'm having a great day. He told you do not judge, especially if you are one of his chosen ones. You're supposed to be bringing the people closer to God, not pushing the people away because you want to be judgmental, because you want to tell people what they should and shouldn't be doing. You ain't supposed to do that. You're supposed to give them knowledge of a different way. And if they choose to take that knowledge, then that's fine. But you judging people, and you're a pastor, and you're a preacher, or you're a spiritual teacher, or you're a motivational speaker. If God chose you in any type of way, and you're judging someone, you're doing wrong. You're doing wrong. You ain't supposed to do that. I don't judge no one. I don't, because I ain't gonna sit up there and act like I haven't lived the life of things that I've done. I've done things. I ain't ashamed of them, but I've done them and I learned from them. And I'm not gonna judge anyone else for the things that they done. Who am I to do that? And for those who watching me right now, if you are on your journey with the Most High and your life been peaceful, do not judge others because they have not quite got to where you are. They're going to get there because their journey is their journey and your journey is your journey. And sometimes y'all journey will not look the same. You ain't been through what they've been through, and they ain't been through what you've been through. Just understand that y'all both may have been through something, but it do not give you the right to judge them. Do not do it. Okay? I also want to talk to y'all about testimonies. I want y'all to understand something. You know how people say, well, the Bible say you shouldn't do this, and the Bible say you shouldn't do that. Do y'all not understand that the Bible is about different chosen ones' testimony? Each one of those chosen ones lived in a different time. So as life was what it was around that time, things was not happening. Things was not supposed to go a certain type of way around that time. That was their testimony. Life changes. And that's why there's an Old Testimony and a New Testimony, because life changes. Around the 1600s, the 1500s, when people was alive, there were certain things we could not do. There were certain things we should not do. And there was a couple of chosen ones that lived that life around that time, and they spoke it. That's why in the Bible, Grand Rising, you got the book of Job, the book of Joseph, the book of David, the book of Mary, the book of Joshua. You know, there's different books because there's different testimonies. Each one of them had a different testimony with God. Each one of them had a different bond and relationship with God. Pay attention to that. That's what the Bible is all about. But if you notice, even though each one of them had a different testimony with the Most High God, did you realize that they all had one thing in common? That they loved God and that they cherished God and they give God the glory and they believed in God. They had faith in God. Even though each and every last one of them had a different testimony, they all had one thing in common, and that they loved God and that they believed in him. and that they trusted in him, and that they followed and accepted the journey that God gave to them. That was each and every last one of their common denominator. All of them that's in that book had a love for God. All of them trusted him. All of them believed in him. All of them had faith in him, even though they all experienced a different journey. Like you got the book of Joseph. What happened with Joseph? Joseph got betrayed by his family. He got sold into slavery by his brothers. And what happened? He learned from his mistakes because God showed him why his family did that to him. Because of his ego. And he needed to take his ego, put it in his back pocket and sit on it. He learned that. And when he got to meet his relatives again, he did not sit in that ego, and nor did he sit in hatred. He forgave them. He was blessed because even though they sold him, it was part of his destiny to receive the blessing that God had for him. His ego was too big for himself. He was actually hurting his brother's feelings, putting them down, making them feel this little. God had to show him too. That ain't how we move. But in the outcome, he was king. No, he was a prince. And he was wealth. He received wealth because he still was a chosen one. He was. He was able to see things that his brothers cannot see. He was able to interpret dreams. What people's dreams mean. He was the chosen one. And sometimes the chosen ones go through so much that it's hard to explain, child. But we go through it. Okay? That's just like the book of Job. Job got everything taken away from him. Because the devil say Job only loved God because what God can do for him. No. When Job got everything taken from him, he still praised God. He still, and he had people question him about that. His friends question, you still calling on God? You ain't even got a home. All your money gone. Your wife gone. Your kids gone. And you still here praising God? Yes, he did. And see, he proved the devil wrong because the devil said that Job was greedy and Job had no love for God. Job proved the devil wrong. Through all that he went through, he still praised God. Just like Moses, the book of Moses. What? He was chosen to write the 10 commandments, speak them, and free the Israelites. And he said, God, how we going to get away? God told him, don't worry about it. I got you. See, he had faith in him. He trusted in him. And God split that water. Go ahead and walk through it. Go ahead. Y'all good? Go ahead. Walk through that. And then when the enemy tried to do it, water came dashing down on their head. You understand what I'm saying? Each testimony in that Bible was someone's testimony in those times. There are different testimonies. There are different things that people went through. And like I said, around that time, maybe you weren't supposed to do this or you weren't supposed to do that. But the world changed. Life changed. Even though life changed and the world changed, God did not say move in hatred, move in envy, try to destroy, try to kill. No, he said move from a heart space, show love, give to those who are in need. So everybody talk about something. Now everybody, the new stuff, y'all believe in Christmas. Y'all shouldn't believe in Christmas. Christmas is the season of giving. Do you know how many homeless people there is in this world? Do you? But if you got up on Christmas Day and thought about the homeless and went and bought them some socks, a towel, a sweater, a coat, a hat, and you passed all that out to the homeless, it's about giving. That's what Christmas is supposed to be about, us giving. You got all year round to worry about yourself and pamper yourself. And on Christmas Day, it's about giving to others. Giving to those who are in need. Yes. And for the babies. Okay? Santa Claus. Ain't no Santa Claus. God is Santa Claus. God makes sure that you are able to supply everything that your kids need for Christmas. And for those who have a heart that want to give to someone else, God makes sure you can do that. God is Santa. But people want to rip that from the kids. Ain't no Santa Claus. I pay for everything. No, you don't. You don't pay for nothing. God works through people. God makes sure that you had a job so you could provide. God makes sure that everything that your baby wanted, you was able to get it. Don't ever get it twisted about what God can do. Because it's as fast as he gave it to you, all these non-believers is being wiped away. Because they don't believe in him. They don't trust in him. They don't have faith in him. And remember, he said, all who don't believe shall feel his wrath. People are feeling it. Things being wiped away. And some being, now those who do believe and those who do have faith and those who do trust, some of them going through their Job season. See, that Job season is deep because that's where that faith come in at. Yeah, you're going to go through what you're going through, but is you going to still trust in God? A lot of people going through their Job seasons right now. But the outcome will be better as long as the faith is real. And for those who have not believed in God and feel like there is no God and they just own this world and they get their jobs and they got their money because they did it. Well, guess what? A lot of these people feeling their wrath right now because you ain't made no moves without God in it. You ain't accomplished nothing without God. He wrote it. He's the creator. And that's what people fail to realize. And a lot of people feeling that right now. God ain't done. And a lot of people that feel like there ain't no God, they're going to see how much of a God it is. They're going to see. So if you ain't right with God, I'm telling you, build your bond with God. Build it. Because God is coming back. I'm telling you. And you know how a lot of people say, Yahshua is coming back. God is showing up. I'm telling you. We ain't talking about Yahshua. We talking about God. God is showing up. For all these people talking about they don't believe him and ain't no such thing as God. I'm going to tell you, he's showing up and he's showing out. Oh, yes. That's exactly what he's doing. And see, this is me through it all. This is me through it all. I'm delivering a message and I'm trusting in God and I'm having faith in God. And guess what? I had this faith and I've been trusting in him for a long time. I know what it is. And I'm trying to, give y'all a little insight on what it is. Yes. That's what I'm trying to do. I can lead you to water, but I can't make you drink. I can't force y'all to do nothing but receive this message. And a lot of people don't want to look. Thank you, Spirit. It's all about living and learning. It's all about living and learning. And if you ain't ready to learn what I'm telling you, I can't force you. Only thing that I can tell you though, if you don't got a bond with God, you better get one. And God knows if it's back from the heart. He know if it's from the heart, and he know if it's fake, and he know if it's phony. So don't be trying to just say, oh God this, oh God that. No, get on that journey with him and ask him to guide your steps. It's going to take you to a place you ain't never been before. And for all those who say there ain't no such thing as God, but they feel like they got riches, and they just been living it up. They gonna see how there's a God. I'm trying to tell you. They gonna see. They're gonna see how there's a God. Because that's his God gave it to you. He can take it away. I'm telling you. All who have not built something stable and solid on a good foundation, if it was built on a faulty foundation, it's coming down because it want a gift from God. Because guess what? You didn't believe in him. So you thought you got this success and you didn't believe in him? Oh no, honey. That gift went from God. God didn't guide your steps because you didn't believe in him. You didn't think that this could happen. You didn't think that God helped you get here. Well, since you feel that way, it's somebody about to live their worst nightmare. People that live that way, I'm telling you right now, they're about to live. Their goals are being flipped upside down. And and people talking bad about God. People talking about he don't exist and all that, sitting in their pride and ego, feeling like they the king and the queen, and they life just so peaches and cream because they did it themselves. Okay. They so unbalanced. So unbalanced. And they're going to see. They're going to see, sweetie. That's their accident right there. That's the biggest mistake they ever made in their life. Denying my Father. Only thing they did was rob themselves out of their own happiness because they walking on this earth being toxic and very low vibrational. And now they're going to feel the wrath of my Father. My Father's showing up in different places. He's showing up. All these floods and all these tornadoes and all this fire, people think, oh, that just happening? Explain. I want y'all to explain it to me then. The whole Hollywood done got fire. How? How did that happen? Please explain to me. All the good scientists out here that feel like, oh, ain't no God. Explain to me how that happened. Because there's a God. Oh, there's a God. All these tornadoes, we don't get those type of things here in Chicago. And we done had a big one. Ripped over porches and everything. It's snowing in Texas. Ain't no snow. It don't snow in Texas. Big snow. That's where they making big snowmans and everything. They walking around eating the ice. But y'all say ain't no God. God letting you know he's the creator. And there's a God. So people can look at it how they want to look at it. But those who feel like they don't believe, this more, and I'm not even going to say don't have faith. I'm going to say more of don't believe. Because some people, their faith could be very small, but the fact that you have faith in them matters. But those who actually say out their mouth, there is no God, they don't believe in him. I don't believe in God. Ain't no such thing as God. Well, they going to have to feel God. And that's the truth. And they going to see the evidence that there's a God that got his hands on everything. They gonna have to see it and they gonna feel it. I'm trying to tell you. They gonna be stuck in that word for a while. Because they've been stuck in it for so long that they have not changed it. I don't believe in him. And see, God shows up when he wants to. Y'all know that. God works in mysterious ways. God's timing. He gave these individuals more than enough time to change their thoughts around. More than enough to change their thoughts around. And these individuals chose not to change their thoughts around. So here come my Father. And those who love him, praise him, and give him the glory, and keep your promise to him. Guess what? You keep your promise to him, he keep his promise to you. God is not a man that shall lie. I'm just telling you, you will have peace. You will have joy. You will sit in balance. You will have your heart true desires. You're going to feel that love. And those who do not, is going to feel his wrath. Yeah. Because God don't come with confusion. He don't come with that. So a lot of people could, oh, I'm confused. You ain't confused about nothing, honey. You ain't confused about what God can do. You got, because trust me, those who really believe in him and trust in him, you may see things and may not understand it at the time, but I guarantee you, God is going to show you why it happened like that. God is going to show you why things went like that. If something happened in your life, you say, God, why did that happen to me? What did I do? He going to show you what you did wrong, why it went that way. He going to show you. Yes. For those who have been trying to advance in life, receiving the knowledge, moving forward, and being obedient to God, you got blessings that's coming in for you. You got blessings that's coming in for you. Like, if you are someone that's been trying to start your business up the right way, you know what I'm saying? Not doing anything negative, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that you can get away with stuff. No. And things have not worked out for you the way that you wanted to. Well, that's about to change. God said you're ready to see something different. That's about to change. You're about to, you're not bound to the delay anymore. The delays are moving out of your way. No more delays, no more stopping, no more none of that. Okay? Things are changing. Yeah. And those who felt like they did it their way, and everyone know God, they about to see a major stop. A major stop. Money gonna stop. Ooh. People that's in stocks and bonds. I did this. God ain't had nothing to do with this. People that did things fraudulently going to jail. I'm telling y'all. They feel like they made it their way. But those who love and trust and believe in God got good news coming. Got good news coming. Especially if you are someone that teaches your kids about God and your kids love God. You got blessings coming your way, because a lot of people don't even teach their kids about God no more. They don't teach their kids about God. They don't share the love of God. They do not. Some people is not learning how to remove themselves from stressful marriages because they think because they said I do that they need to stay in that marriage. God said no, you do not. If this man is not loving you properly, treating you the way that you're supposed to be treated, you should not be in this marriage, because all marriages is not ordained by God. I keep trying to tell people that. If you got a man that's beating on you, okay, so where you feel like you want to kill him every day, you thinking of ways to kill this man. No, that is not what you're supposed to be doing. You need to remove yourself from that man or that woman, whatever, because you invited God to the wedding. God, you didn't ask God, was this your person? Just because you got married to this person don't mean God ordained it. I'm just saying. Better get it together. So if you're unhappy in a marriage, you need to let that marriage go. Yeah. Don't worry about what's going to happen and how you going to make it. If you trust in God and you believe in God, you withdraw from what don't serve you. I don't know I had to bring that, because your person is a bully. Male or female, however this may go. Either you in a same sex connection, a regular connection, or whatever. Your person is a bully. Some of y'all being abused, beat on, I'm hearing. And y'all feel like, no, Look, either you walk away or something ain't gonna play out the way you're supposed to. I'm telling you. Walk away. I don't know who that's for, but I had to tell it. Because that was Spirit said. So somebody must be going to watch this, or they're hearing me right now. You need to let it go. Let it go. Don't worry. Look, first of all, I pray to God and ask God to guide your steps. If you trust in God and believe in God, like you said you do, let this go. And let God guide your steps. Some of y'all being cheated on and you know it. Your man or woman don't even come home at night. And you holding on to this marriage. Your man ain't got to know. Because you feel like you going to lose something. You better start praying to God. And asking God to guide your steps on this situation. Because that's not a loss. Why? Because this person provides the home. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm seeing right, because I see this house. This person provide for everything that you got. The house, the money, and all that. Get a divorce. That's what you do. Yo, this man don't come home. That's all. I mean, you know, I don't know why that came out of everything. But I felt like that's something that God, somebody watching me and that needed to come out. That's for somebody. Okay? And when you leave this person, don't let this person bribe you back in with money because you hurt. That's going to be a test for you. You're going to be hurting. You're going to feel like you on the floor and you ain't got no help. And this person going to try to bribe you back in with money. They ain't going to show you no love when they bribe you back in. You ain't going to get no love from that person. You're not. You're going to get treated the same way, and it may get even worse. You need to focus on self-love. Remove yourself from what don't serve you and trust in God's plan. Okay? Now, I don't know why that took the turn to that, but like I said, God wanted somebody to hear that that's going through that. Okay? Justice is being served, y'all. Things is balancing out in this world, and God is doing it. He did it for the Israelites. He did it for the slaves. And he's doing it for us. This world, we are slaves in the mind right now. We're not physical slaves anymore, like, you know, but we are slaves in the mind. Especially black folks. I'm just being honest. I'm black too. So don't get on here to talk about so much. She talk about black folks. Especially black folks. We are so used to certain things. It's like we can't even expand in our mind. Like we can't see past go. And then you got, you know, like, I know a lot of us came from the ghetto. We did. We were born and raised and grew up in these projects, but that don't define us. You take the things that you learn in them projects and you move forward to something better. A lot of people are so comfortable with just the projects. They don't see nothing else what they like. And the reason why I say that, because I watch it every day. Every day. Just like with these shows. I don't watch these. I don't watch baddies. I don't watch all that. Because to me, that's all they feel like black women is worth. You fighting and shaking your ass. Nothing else. Nothing else. And then the love of money is what's evil. Not money itself, the love of money. Women are degrading themselves so they can become rich. You getting your teeth knocked out, your hair pulled out, you on there shaking your ass all day. And that's just so a network can pay you a couple of dollars. And that's okay with you. I worked hard for this money. Yeah, you did. Degrading yourself. They don't look at black women no other way. And then it's so messed up that the people only applaud that. When they see you trying to change your life around, like Krishan, oh, they talk down on her every day. Oh, now she want to get right with the Lord. Now she want to do this. Now she want to do that. And all they do is bring up her past. She can't even move forward in life because you got the haters that's going to try to down her every chance they get. But as long as she was getting drunk, fighting, and all that, they was tuned in. They loved that about her. The new her, not feeling. They don't like it. I love the old her and the new her because guess what? The old her was in love with God, still was loving God and asking God to guide her steps. And the new her is allowing God to do so. Everybody talk about she just started loving God. No, she been loving God. She had a whole argument with Blueface about her destiny with God. And he got mad because she told him he was just a piece of it. He was just a piece of it. He wasn't quite, her destiny was already written. And he got mad. He called about all types of bitches. Because she was right. God chose him to play a part of it because when she was doing all the positive things, nobody acknowledged her. She was running track. She was in college. She was on them shows that was winning money for college funds and stuff like that. Nobody acknowledged her. So she couldn't receive the fame that she deserved. So, yes, she was going through some problems. She was homeless and all that. He came in. She got on his show. All of this was a part of her destiny. When he came in, she got on the show. She still had love for God. She still trusted in God. She still was going to church. She still was going to the pastor. And when she got famous enough to make some money, she went and paid her dues to the church. To the same pastor that was looking out for her when she ain't had nothing. But she was homeless. And she was without. And that's when Blueface found her. And when he found her, she got on his show. Guess what? That was a part of her destiny. God, he picked people. God worked through people. That's what he do. He picked a person. He knew Blueface needed this and needed that. And that was her fame. Now, was she supposed to hold on to him? No. I don't think she was. But we tend to self-sabotage a lot. God bring people in our lives. They supposed to be here for a season. For a lesson, not the blessing. And some people think that because a person came in for the lesson that they the blessing, and they wouldn't. Her baby is most definitely a blessing. But I also feel like Blueface was a lesson. She's supposed to learn from that situation and move forward. But only she can understand that, learn that, and move forward. I can't force her. The world can't force her. It's going to be a time when she have to learn that and move forward. Okay? So, I just came here today to deliver the message of God is real. God is showing up. Y'all better pay attention to the signs that he is sending. And if you're not right with him, if you have not built a bond with him, get one. Not a fake one, not a phony one. A real one from the heart, because God knows. And again, we talking about Yahweh, not Yahshua. Yahshua is the Son of God. Okay? He is the Son of God. He was the anointed one. Understand that. We are talking about God, Yahweh, the Creator, the Omega. Get right with him. Have faith in him. Trust in his plan. All right? That's what I have for you guys today. Have a nice one.